Um, Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I am your host here tonight, Noah, and Epic 958, and my co-host also, Blue Box 2311. On our backstage crew, we have Jack and Dean. So you're probably wondering what the plan is tonight. Tonight, we are planning on sharing with you the results of the exit poll and the official election night results. We also have three disguised party leaders and the party cabinet members to have interviews with throughout the night. From this, we will be asking them questions about their parties and their opinions on other members. This shall be a great night for all of us to enjoy. If you have any questions to ask for us or to our special guests, make sure to DM me at epic #7380 and make sure to DM me stating your question. Firstly, we're going to start with discussing the three different parties up against each other in this event tonight. So those parties are the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, the United National Party, and then finally the Sri Lankan Labour Party. We're going to go through each party's opening statement manifesto to give everyone here watching the forward action they will take if they get Parliament. So we're going to start with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. And this says in their manifesto, and I quote, if on the 31st of July 2021, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party gets a democratic majority, we will restore Sri Lanka's future with reform and honest politics. If on the 31st of July, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party gets a democratic majority, we will host monthly business fairs, introduce a national warning system, increase job opportunities in the MOJ, and host cultural festivals. If any other party gets into government, Sri Lanka won't move forward. It will only grind to a halt. Only the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will provide strong and honest government for you. That is from the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, which is run by Jacqueline Goodman. So I want to ask my co-host next to me, Blue Box 2311, what do you think about this? What do you think about this manifesto opening statement? As in, do you think it would convince voters to vote for them?
I think it's a great manifesto, and I think it's definitely convincing enough for me to vote for them.
Okay. Right. So we're going to move on to the Sri Lankan National Party. Sri Lanka. The title of this manifesto is to portray the obvious need for an alternative. Sorry, that was me having some speech issues. Anyway, an alternative to short ministries, inactive parliament, and non-progressive politics. We need an active option to choose, and the United National Party represents that option. United in our common ambition for Sri Lanka, national for our love of Sri Lanka, and our personal neoliberal take and party because we represent you. The following pledges are made not only to convince you to vote for us, but it's because what we actually plan on achieving. Realistically, yet ambitious steps on the giant stairs to prosperity, and that Sri Lanka is what you deserve. Heading back here is the National Party from the party leader, Cillian C. Fitzgerald. Blue Box 2311. Alex, I'm just going to call you Alex as it's displayed on his Roblox name. Alex, what do you think about this as well? Do you think it's a convincing manifesto?
Ish. It's a decent and it's got good potential, but we'll see what the vote's coming with.
Thank you for that. Right. So while we're talking about manifesto introductions, we're going to head to finally the Sri Lanka Labour Party. Under a Labour government, we will ensure Sri Lanka will have a strong leadership with competent and experienced team of ministers that will work tirelessly to fix the inactivity caused by previous governments and to reassert ourselves as internationally relevant nation. We will ensure each department is completely in some way reformed to ensure we have competent people in leadership and an active department. We will promote public sector jobs with a reformed job finder so that we can get a larger workforce and can have top tier public services such as our transport department, police force, and defence force. And that is from the Sri Lankan Labour Party leader, Kyle J. Spencer. I must say, these manifestos, they have ambition. They say what they want to say, and it really gives out the message on what they want to achieve for Sri Lanka. And there you go. everybody. That's basically all three opening statements from party manifestos. With that, we're going to move to. Sorry, my mic was being stupid then, I think. We're going to move to special guests. So, with now giving you the basic understanding of each party, we're going to move on to our first special guest, which is Rhiannon. I don't know if he's in the VC or not. Is he in the VC? Oh, there we go. There he is. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. So hello, welcome to the show. Just before we get started, I would like to mention that this time is about asking some generic questions about basically everything about the party. So, what do you? I don't think we've released the exit poll results yet. So first of all, what do you think the exit poll result would look like?
Well, to begin with, I think the exit poll, well, obviously, it's going to be, you won't know, but I'm thinking so far it could be based around the Sri Lankan Freedom Party, but it will definitely be an interesting experience to watch, and however it goes, it will go that way. Could go anyway for the Sri Lankan Freedom Party, United National Party, or the Sri Lankan Labour Party.
Thank you for that. Second question: what's your opinion on the blank pie chart?
Well, my initial opinion is that it could be any party, but from the way that I think it's been going so far, well, I'm thinking it could come out. How do I put this? It could come out as a, I think it's going to be. Sorry, someone's just done something. Anyway, it's going to be an experience that I want to watch. I think it could be, Sri Lankan Freedom Party majority or a United National Party majority, but I'm not sure about the Labour Party personally.
What makes you so unsure about them?
Well, the reason why I'm sure about those two is because I've been looking at the question of the days, and mainly because of the low reactions on the Labour Party, basically that's what leads me to believe that they could be having a lower result rate than any other party, to be fair.
Fair enough. I don't mind that happening. So, I guess what do you hope the third question? What do you hope the next future government might fail at?
Sorry, could you say that last bit again?
Sorry, my mic's being stupid today. Anyway, what do you hope the next future government might fail at?
The next future.
Fail at?
Well, from what I've seen on the manifestos, is they don't have many defense plans, and that's what really worries me. Because as a member of the armed forces, I want to see it growing and going strong again. But without any help from the government, it will be a major problem. And the fact that they haven't done much in any of their manifestos, gets me really worried. So that's what I think they'll be most likely failing at. But we'll see with time, won't we?
Yeah, I completely get this. Right, so I guess we had the it's pretty been obvious that we had the debate yesterday, where only two party leaders attended from, which was the Sri Lanka Freedom Party leader and the United National Party leaders coming out and attending. What do you think about them? What they have to say? What did you think about their performance overall in the debate?
Well, I think there are some pretty confident answers there from both sides from the Sri Lankan Freedom Party and the United National Party. I think that they handle it very well, and I'm thinking, this government can be any government that forms will be competent enough to lead the country. That's what I'm hoping, at least. So, yeah.
Yeah, I completely get that. I think everyone. I think both leaders. They said what they had to say, and I think it was very interesting from both of them. Really, what they had to say in terms of their pledges. Everything like that. So, who would you think most of the voters would be convinced to vote for based on the leaders' performances in the debate?
Well, I think that's a really tough question for me because, first of all, I watched it at whatever time in the morning, and I had pretty crappy internet connection. But I think right now it could be a United National Party victory, but it was a very tight debate between the two of them. They kept professional in some ways. At the start, it was a bit iffy, and that's what I don't really understand about the two parties. But they can do whatever they want. And well, I just think it could go either way right now. But however it goes, it'll be. I want to see how that will go. And in fact, I'm kind of looking at the live stream right now, and a lot of people are cheering on for the Sri Lankan Freedom Party. So
I think there's been a lot of votes. I think, it could be that a lot of people have voted for Sri Lankan Freedom Party based on in the stream and how they're supporting us as the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. There is a lot of support right now in the stream as I speak.
yeah, I'm all right.
There is a lot of support there. Anyway, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue with the interview. I'm gonna ask you one or two more questions.
All right,
One of
mate.
those is okay. Who's doing the sword? Okay.
Oh no, I think it's just been Ben being a nonce. Oh, okay. It's been an intrusion on set. That we just had.
God, okay.
That's a bit interesting, but
Oh no! Oh no!
yeah. Someone's
interfering. Okay, we need to get back on.
yeah.
Should we just get back on track before this completely goes off course?
Before this goes off track, mate.
Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! What are you doing? Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Can he move?
I don't know what Ben is doing there. All right.
And what is he? Okay, I think we're good. We're good now.
We seem to have protection.
I think it
Anyway, yeah.
Shall we continue before this completely goes off course like a car crash?
Yeah, and before we just start talking about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so I guess what really I should ask is, do you think that this parliament will be interesting in terms of like the leaders and what they have to say? Do you think it could be an interesting parliament full of debate, full of agreements, etc.?
Well, definitely, I think it's going to be interesting, but I don't think there'll be many agreements.
Okay, sorry. Final question to you is, what do you who do you think will win at the end of the night? Like, in your opinion?
In my opinion, well, it could go anyway, but I'm mainly thinking. Just do give me a moment here.
Oh no! Why is someone coming at us with a sword?
Security, please help me. Please help. Susie Becker. Okay.
The imposter is sus.
Yeah. So I'm mainly thinking. I'm first of all we're gonna have see a two party only two parties mainly, and out of the two of them, it's a question that I really need to think about. But it's I'm thinking right now it could be closer to the UMP than anything else, but we'll see how we.
Interesting. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna move on to the expo poll. Before that, I'd like to thank you for coming on to
No problem.
election night, and we've had a very interesting conversation full of
Intruders.
yes, full of intruders.
I think it's the first election night that I've seen with.
Like usual. Anyway.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to wish you good evening. Right. So we're gonna move on to the exit poll, and I think I have it here. Give me a second. Yes, I got the exit poll here. Right. So this exit poll was conducted in terms of votes and not seat counts, and the exit poll is as follows. The Sri Lanka Labour Party has got 8 votes. The United National Party is predicted to get 14 votes, and the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, the one who many people in the stream right now are chanting for, are predicted to get 25 votes, which, by the way, is predicted to get a majority government. A majority government. That is interesting. An interesting kind of vote share. 25 votes. More than anybody. I mean, Alex, I'm going to have to ask you, what do you think about this exit poll?
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
My question is, what do you think about the exit poll results?
Honestly, expected, to be honest. In my opinion, anyway, personally.
Your opinion? Yeah, I think it's very... I think, it's a very interesting... it's a very interesting exit poll because, we've just come off the back of an interim government and, we see... Sorry, anyway, so it's a very interesting exit poll considering, I think all of these parties started... This is like their first election campaign, and this is actually interesting. I can't even find the words. Like, Striker Freedom Party, if they do get a majority, it's going to be obvious that a lot of pressure is going to be on them to deliver and use the mandate that they got, because okay, who's this kid? Who is this kid? Someone get this kid off. Get this kid off.
So many intruders in this online.
Imagine intruding on live. Okay, anyway, that's been taken care of. Thank you very much. Anyway, as I was saying, it's an interesting exit poll result considering that we just come off the back of an interim government, and the exit poll can be inaccurate. There can be some inconsistency in that.
No, yeah, I definitely think it has a possibility to change.
Yeah, it could be that Sri Lanka Freedom Party are predicted to get a majority based on the exit poll. Yeah, it could be, I don't know, Sri Lanka Labour Party government, for example. It could be that. Yeah, it could be that. We just don't know. Only like on a very rare occasion do we see that the exit poll is accurate. But yeah. Anyway, give me a second. So we're gonna move on to the next question. Well, no, not next question. The special guest, the second guest. Who's this kid?
That is
Can
not
someone
our special guest.
Yeah, no, he's not. He is the imposter. That is the imposter. The imposter is sus. There we go. The imposter has been taken care of. Right. So we're going to move on to the second guest. And I believe that is, well, whoever it is, just come on up. Second guest, can you come on up? I can't remember who it is.
I believe it's Liv.
Yeah, whoever didn't.
Here she is. Welcome to the show, Liv.
Right. Second, yeah. So Jack, you're gonna conduct. No, Alex, you're going to conduct this interview. So you have the floor, as they say.
Lucky me. Right then. Hello, Liv. Welcome to the show. You doing all right tonight?
Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm all right, thanks.
Amazing.
It's not very often we get the question back. First of all, do you have any plan on forming any coalitions with any other parties?
Coalitions.
Well, obviously,
thank you.
it's very early stages, isn't it? We're not even sure who's in government right now. However, if the Sri Lanka Freedom Party does get in government, I'm looking forward to working with other Commonwealth nations and other row nations to perhaps creating more coalitions and with other parties as well, more so. So, who knows what the future holds?
Next up, what do you think that the results will look like?
On the exit poll, well, to be honest, I wasn't very shocked because obviously, as you know, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party has been doing a lot of campaigning and has been working extremely hard to get where we are today. So I'm just really pleased about the results of the exit poll.
Yeah, I think that's all. I just got one question to ask you. If the exit poll is determined to be true, do you think that it's going to be an interesting parliament? Like I've asked the last guest, do you think that this parliament could be interesting?
Oh yes, I do believe they could be very interesting, very interesting. Obviously, again, as I said, it depends which party gets in, and obviously, as you said earlier, whichever party does come into office will be under a lot of pressure to do well and maintain stability within our country.
Yeah. So I guess the last question I asked, because it's a brief interview because we got a lot of stuff more going on. So, well, do you think that whoever comes into office will be expected to deliver on the first day? Because we've come off the back of an interim government, so it's obvious that we're gonna need change and fast. So do you think that whoever comes into office will have a lot of pressure on their shoulders to deliver for the Sri Lankan people?
Oh, definitely. Obviously, we have come from a massive stage of inactivity and we have had, interim government. So obviously there'll be a lot of pressure on quite a few people, the Prime Minister, the Cabinet, the MPs as well. There'll be a lot of pressure on everybody to do well and deliver because this is what our nation's looking for. But I have no doubt that whoever enters office will do absolutely amazing and deliver.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Alex, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I have one last question. How will you interact with the Commonwealth and fellow nations?
Well, as the proposed Minister of Foreign Affairs for the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, I've got a lot of plans for that. I honestly believe that if we interact with other nations in the Commonwealth, we can maintain a strong and stable sort of country as well. Because obviously we can do many events, interact with those countries, and obviously, grow as a nation ourselves and, that sort of stuff. Like, I feel like we will interact with other Commonwealth countries and we will do visits, see what's going on there, here and there. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that, which is nice. Yes.
Yep. If nobody has any further questions to ask, I don't have any questions. Alex, sorry, do you have anything else? Alex?
No, that's all. Sorry, my mic keeps on not wanting to unmute. No, that's all my questions done.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been an honor. It's been a privilege to have you. We wish you best of luck for the rest of the night, and wish you good luck for the count and the final results. Thank you for
Thank
coming on.
you. Yes. Thank you for having me. Bye.
No worries. Right. We're gonna. Give me a second. Sorry. We've had the exit poll results being released. And many people might not know what the exit poll is. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically just figuring out how many seats they could get in Parliament based on whoever's voted. The reason that the exit polls can be inaccurate is that many people who have voted for a certain party have, might not have voted in this exit poll. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting kind of result. So we're actually going to call some seats now. We're going to call the first 2 seats. Give me a second while I just grab that. Sorry. While I try to get the first 2 seats, what do you think about this? Okay, so never mind. We're gonna call the first 2 seats, and the first 2 seats that have been called are in favour of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party have gained 2 seats so far, and meanwhile the other parties, they have not gained anything yet. But we could get more seat calls as we go along. So congratulations. Who's on? Sorry, I just tapped in. Who on earth is this? Can we get the server slot? Because I'm literally going to shoot myself if I. Someone get him off. Can we slot the server? Okay, sorry. I do apologise for the inconvenience, everybody. But yeah, as we know, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party for the first 2 seats have gained. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party have gained 2 seats, and the first 2 seats are Mana and Karinyagala. That's how I'm just going to pronounce it like that anyway, because I don't care about pronunciations. Anyway, so the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, the poll as it stands, the results. The United National Party have not gained any seats yet. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party have gained 2 seats. The Sri Lanka Labour Party have gained no seats at all yet. Give me a second. This is so disorganized, I swear. I'm joking. Anyway, so yeah, Alex, I'm gonna ask you, what do you think about the latest result? Alex?
Sorry, yeah, my mic keeps getting stuck.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? There we go. I think
I
we're
can
good.
hear you, mate. So my question, I'll relay my question. What do you think about the results so far? Because we've had 2 seats called for Sri Lanka Freedom Party. What do you think about it? It's just, I think, yeah, Alex has just come into my DM saying that his mic is stuck on mute at the moment. So we're gonna come back to him in a minute, hopefully when he gets his mic sorted. Give me a second while I do something, because I'm trying to find something to do. Okay. Right, so we shall move to the next guest, and the 3rd guest is, we have Jack from the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, who will be speaking in chat for this little interview. Can we bring him in VC so he can hear us? Is he here? The hell? Who's on here? Okay, this is very, very confusing at the moment. I do apologize. So where's Jack? Okay, so we're gonna just type in. Okay, so just there. Sorry, there's been a little bit of confusion. Okay, so right, so we're gonna type in chat for this little interview. So you just have to watch the chat. So yeah, we do apologise for having it in chat. We do hope you can see in chat at the moment. So she says that she isn't too nervous, but there always going to be some element of doubt, which is fair enough. So I'm AFK at the moment. What do you think with the Labour Party not bringing it? Yes, Alex is asking his question. So I'm tabbed out at the moment. So she says that, well, Jack says that they think it's lazy. They produced a last-year manifesto. They couldn't be bothered to propose ministers. So the public don't know what they're voting for, and it's unfair to make promises that cannot be kept. I was going to ask the next question, but okay. Nah, sorry, Alex. You can go afterwards. I'll go afterwards. Yes, so we do apologise for Alex mic issues. He's having a little bit of issues at the moment, so he's probably going to have to type in chat, like our little interviewee here speaking. They went to work in the civil service of Ofcom. I'm here in Sri Lanka for a fresh start, new challenges, etc. Okay, so I just asked what is their opinion on the exit poll results. They're very excited that they had 25 votes. I think it was that anyway. I do hope you can see the chat in stream. If you can, that's great. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, they started their party on Monday, which was I think last week. Yes, I believe it's last week. I think we've got a question coming up from the public. Yep, so I would be very proud to. Okay, so I was DM'd it. So okay, so I just got a question coming in from the public. And the question is, does Epic Noah, which is me, agree we must form a one-party state within the UMP, with the UMP? I'm not really going to comment on that. It's an interesting question. Anyway, so yeah, that's a brief answer. But anyway, so yeah, after so right, so I'm gonna call some more seats. Right, so we're gonna call more seats. I apologize, I'm just trying to sort something out. Right, are we all ready for these seats to come in? We're all ready for the seats, right? In that case, we shall announce the majority of seats, which has just come in. We've got a lot of results coming in, so I'm about to call the results for the seats. Right, so if you'll give me a second. Right, so I'm going to call. Right, so the Sri Lankan Labour Party have gained 2 seats, which is Kalachara and Hambantota. The United National Party have gained Kandy, Jaffna, Gali, Fafunia, Batikola, and Para. And the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, ladies and gentlemen, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party have gained Mana, Kominigala, Matara, Nuara Elia, Ratnapura, Trincomalee, Mulla, which is something like that I cannot pronounce. And Kinanochi, Gagala, Galatura. That's the majority of results that I'm reading out. Freedom Party is gaining a lot of results. It's getting a lot of seats, might I add. It's gaining a lot of seats. So if you give me a second, I'll read out the amount of seats that was called. Mana, Kungala, Batara, Bali, bam, 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 bam. So 1, 2, 3. Right, so the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, they have gained an approximately 10 seats. 10 bloody seats. That is stunning. Okay, so that's all the seats counted, and I think all the seats are gone. I only called the majority of the seats. Right, so we're going to bring in from the Electoral Commission. We're going to go to the Electoral Commission, which the representative is Ben Lawrence. So if someone can drag him in here. All right, Ben. Hello.
Hello. Rihanna.
Hello, Ben. You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
So you're here for announcing all the results, have you?
Yeah, we are.
Yep, it's good to be back again.
Yeah, hello.
Yep, welcome back. All right, so the floor is yours, as they say.
Okay, so I am the chairman of the Electoral Commission, and Rhiannon is my deputy. We are going to announce the results. Okay, so the United National Party have got 7 seats. Yeah, and Labour have got 3 seats. Sri Lanka Freedom Party have won a clear majority with 12 seats. They've
12
received
seats.
53.2% of the electorate.
So that gives them a majority government.
Yeah, majority government.
Wow, that is an absolute. I don't know what to say. That is absolutely amazing.
We
I'd
have
like to congratulate Sri Lanka. Sorry, carry on.
We've had our largest voter turnout ever, with 59 total votes, just 1 of 60, which I was quite upset about. But
He was very upset about it.
Yeah, we had 47 valid votes and 12 invalid, alt, etc. But you know, it is what it is.
Man, those are very much a pain to sort out. But Ben hated them more because he didn't know how to copy and paste.
Imagine not knowing how to copy and paste. That is just disgraceful.
I know.
I'm exposing Finn as a boy.
Bro, who's Finn?
Anyway. Any questions?
Yeah. Nope. Well, thank you for coming on and announcing the results.
Yeah, cool.
No problem.
DM me to form a government, etc.
I've got a few questions for you two actually. So I'm just going to ask you one question. How is your
tables have turned, huh?
Yeah, tables have turned now. What was your initial reaction to hearing the results of the election? In your head, not on stage.
Yeah, pretty good.
So you're very excited that the Sri Lankan Freedom Party won.
Well, I mean, I'm just I'm just the host, so I can't really give any opinion. But it was a very interesting.
It's fair enough. Well, it's been a wild ride on the elections. I think all of us can agree on saying that, this day, it won't be really forgotten because, two major parties, clashed against each other, in the election, trying their best. And it was very lovely to watch, I think,
Also,
see how it progresses. Ben, to you?
Sri Lanka group staff are very, very thankful to WarnerMedia for hosting this and just getting the sort of Sri Lanka elections out there, since nothing like this has happened in the past. Also like to thank the almost 60 people that voted. Yeah, have a good night.
And whoever voted, I'm coming to find you. Whoever didn't vote, I'm coming to find you.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you very much. Good night.
So, no worries. Good night. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the final conclusion. Just talking about the results and stuff. So I think this. If I'm honest, I think Alex is gonna have to talk in game for this one. So yeah, I allow that. But as you can see, Sri Lanka Freedom Party have won a majority government. So I'm just gonna basically, the results they're very interesting. We've just come off the back of an interim government. It's we've had a very high vote turnout and not only that, but a very good, like, how would I put this? A very good election overall. You know what I mean? I think it's come down to the fact that, if everybody wants to come out and vote, the parties have gained a lot of support. So, right, Alex, since you're in game, after talking game, what's your opinion on the results? Yeah, I completely agree. Anyway, so yeah, the results, they're very interesting. They're very big as well. They're very big. They're good results. The vote turnout was very good. Everyone came out to vote because it's democracy. How can you not vote? It's the democratic process of inviting a government to be formed. So, but yeah, it's turned out to be an interesting election. But yeah, so yeah, we're going to conclude soon. But right before that, we're just going to say, and so here it is, everybody, with the official votes for the Sri Lanka Labour Party, 8 seats. No, wait, why would you put no? Oh my God, the vote share. I meant seats. Oh my God, who put vote share instead of seats? Anyway, so we can. The results are as follows, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, Sri Lanka Freedom Party have got 25 votes, 53.2% of the vote, 12 seats. United National Party, 14 votes, 29.8% of the vote, and that's 7 seats in total. Sri Lanka Labour Party, 8 votes, which they gained 17% of the vote, and that gave them 3 seats. And that leaves the Sri Lankan Freedom Party to form a majority government. And United National Party and Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan Freedom Party have gained a majority by only 2 seats, I believe. 2 bloody seats. That is something to be proud of. I first of all like to congratulate the Sri Lankan Freedom Party on gaining their majority. Congratulations to other parties for their results, but it's good either way. And after that, yeah, and it's been an interesting election night. So first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for setting this up, for making this a good election night. I'd like to thank Dean and WarnerMedia for hosting this tonight. We couldn't do this without them. I'd like to thank you, Alex, for joining me tonight as well, and thank you to the viewers for tuning in with us on this very interesting election. I'd like to thank all the guests as well for coming onto the show tonight, and I must say it has been a night. So we can't wait to stream more in the future for future events. Yeah, so that leaves us to saying have a great night, stay safe, and we'll see you all soon. Good night.